good enough. Yeah, so what I'm going to show you is why juicing is not really as high sugar as some would like you to believe. So I'm going to take something that I juice for the most part all the time. I'm going to show you how many grams of sugar in it and what we actually get out of it. So hold on, I forgot my cups. My bad. Right now. So I'm just gonna juice a green juice, and here's what's gonna be in it. Apple. I'm only gonna use half of this. Lemon. 2 stalks of kale. Easy. Dino kale or Listinto kale. 2 stalks of celery. Little baby chunk of ginger. Right, so I gotta cut. Sorry iPhone, but sorry Facebook people. You're gonna have to deal with not seeing my face, which I'm sure some of you guys are happy about. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this rudimentary just so we can kind of get this going. So if we look at a lemon, right, which can dull some of the greens, right? So if you don't like how greens taste, right, you can throw a lemon in there, and that'll kind of blunt the taste of it. So I'm gonna throw half a lemon in here, or just this much. And 1 whole lemon has 1.5 grams of sugar in it for 1 whole lemon. All right, 1 whole Granny Smith apple, which we're gonna use. And you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna use 1. I don't need 2. 1 whole Granny Smith apple, 9 grams of sugar. All right, so if we look at the other things, so right now we're looking at 10 grams of sugar in this juice. We're about to see how much juice will come out of this, because this Granny Smith apple isn't very big. So I'm sure there's probably a little bit less sugar in it than 10 grams, but we'll just say 9-10 grams, right? So just turn this little guy on. This juicer that I use right now, it's easy, is an Omega. Mine's old, Omega 8006. So let's see. Really awesome though. Crap, forgot to put my plastic bag underneath that guy. That's light. We're gonna wing it. So I'm just putting that stuff in there, letting it juice. That's gonna stain or whatever, but that's alright. Got our little ginger. So ginger, there's no sugar in that ginger. Like that little piece, it's too small. Alright, so let's just pretend there's a gram. But as you can see, it's taken out the pulp. And you know what, we might add another. We'll see. We might add another apple in here, but as of right now, we've got celery, gram of sugar in there, and the 2 stalks. So what are we at? 12, 13 grams of sugar. Oh, what did I just do there? Here's where it turns green. Now, if I was juicing, and this is the problem. This is where people get that idea that juicing has too much sugar. They get that idea from people who juice, pineapple and multiple apples and oranges and beets. I love beets, but I don't juice them that often. But people get that idea, and then all of a sudden, yeah, juice is 35 grams of sugar in it. but that's because all they're doing is juicing high sugar fruits and vegetables. So yeah, you're gonna take out some of the benefits of the skin and all that stuff, but and this is a pretty small juice, but for me anyway. So I'm gonna put it in this guy. All right, so we could, if we wanted to, I could take this stuff, pack it in again. It's relatively dry, but I could pack it up again, right? And I could stick it through here again and hopefully get a little bit more juice out of that, right? And it did give us a little bit more juice. But most people, what they're doing is juicing, is juicing so many different fruits. And they're like, oh, I'm on a juice cleanse, you know, or like mangoes is not the kind of juice that you want to drink. And that's where you get all these people like, oh, you know, you're juicing and you're drinking 600 grams of sugar. But that's not the case at all, right? So the only thing that has high sugar that I put in there is that apple, right? And if you look, right, I love how this stuff looks, but I love that. I love it, right? If you look, let me put that there. And we'll see how much juice is in here. Right, but that pretty much gives us this bottle says it's 14 ounces. So we're a few ounces short. So I'm gonna say that, let's just call it 8, 9, let's call it 10 ounces. Right? So I got 10 ounces of juice. Well, shout out to Fruits and Roots, I guess. I got 10 ounces of juice, and I probably got about 10 grams of sugar, 12 grams of sugar, which compare that to other things in your life. So tomorrow when you eat stuff, look at how much sugar is in that stuff, right? Look at how much sugar is in that stuff. And then once you compare that to this, then tell me that this is high sugar. So any of the stuff that you eat, sushi, right? They're not even gonna tell you how much sugar is in that stuff. So a lot of those specialty rolls, tons of sugar in there. But any of that stuff that you eat, compare it to this, right? And then tell me that this is a bad idea, because it is not. The Juice Weasel! Anyone seen that In Living Color skit? Because it's amazing. If you haven't, look it up. In Living Color, The Juice Weasel.